Welcome back to my channel. My name is Danny GT, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about moldavite. I have done a little video on this already. It was just like kind of a brief video that I uploaded earlier this year saying that I had got moldavite and I was using it, but I have been requested to do an update on how it's been working with moldavite, and I have been using it for 7 months now, and I don't know where to begin, to be quite honest with you. It's been insane. It's been insane. But it has been amazing. It's been so good. So I'm just going to start with the very start of when I got moldavite. So I got moldavite for Christmas, just gone. The last Christmas just gone. We're 2025 July now, so I've been working with it 7 months. I asked for it as a gift. It wasn't a surprise or anything like that. I asked, and I actually sent my husband exactly the one I wanted. Now, you can get moldavite in many different ways. You can wear it, you can get it obviously as a crystal that you can hold or use. I wanted it as a piece to wear, and I wanted to be able to wear it every day, and I'll come on to that in a minute. So I wanted mine in a ring form, and I actually wanted mine to go on this finger on my right hand, and I measured it, got the right size, went to the website, got the right size. Anyway, when it arrived, it didn't fit, but it fit on this finger. So I was like, put it on. I was like, okay, that's fine. We can work with that. So I started using it, but it's quite big. And also my hands get very hot when I wear rings. So I then actually switched about 4 months later after having it, and I kept putting it on my necklace. So I have a lot of pendant crystal necklaces like this. I would actually attach it through. So I actually have it. I was going to wear it for this video, but my hand is quite hot. So this is my moldavite. As you can see, it's actually a really big chunk, which is awesome. And obviously I have it in a ring form, and when I wear it as a ring, I put it on like that. Hopefully this doesn't blur because I can't actually see what it looks like on the other side. So I wear it like that. Generally in like the colder months I was wearing it like that. As it's got hotter, I've attached it to my necklace, and I've been wearing it with another crystal. Generally I've been wearing it with pyrite. It pairs really well with clear quartz. However, I'm going to put that down because I actually will come on to a point in a minute that I can't wear it all the time. So I got it for Christmas. I've been wearing it since. Every day I put it in a selenite bowl, or I leave it in a selenite bowl, and I cleanse it every day. When I got it, I didn't really set any intentions in it. I just trusted that the moldavite would work its magic essentially, and I would just trust whatever it gave me. So I started noticing, I run my own business. Don't know if you've watched any of my other videos, but I went from redundancy to opening my own life coaching business within like a year and a half from scratch, can I just say. So I'm about a year and a half into it now. When I first got it, I put it on the 1st of January. 1st of January, I'm getting clients message me, and I was like, whoa. Didn't put the two and two together. Anyway, what moldavite is most used for is like transformation, big growth, big changes. I was personally always really scared to use it because you see all these videos on TikToks where people have used moldavite and they regret it, or people have left their lives that they weren't ready to leave. But the idea behind moldavite is that it cuts out what you don't need in your life fast, and it brings to the surface what you do need in your life. So you can go through a lot of like growth and things like that. But what I was seeing on TikTok was like a lot of heartache, and I was like, oh, that sounds scary. I don't know if I'm ready for that. So end of last year, I was like, I'm so ready to just embrace this and go for it. Because I'd started my own business, I was just like, I've got to go absolutely full hog in this, and I trust that moldavite is going to lead the way. And did it lead the way? It led the way. It really did. So I put up a video a little while ago saying that I'd started using it, noticed changes, especially within my business, things like that. Anyway, 7 months later, I cannot tell you, I've had the craziest year, and it has been so up and so down. I don't want to share what the down things particularly are, but they were really shocking, and I'm not laughing. I'm actually, it's the only way I can like really cope. lost a loved one, had some health things going on. I won't say particularly what they were, but it was insane and so out of the blue. So I don't believe that necessarily the moldavite had any part in any of that. However, this has been such a crazy year for loss, for new perspectives, new ways of thinking. And it really, there's lots of things that have happened this year that have really kind of brought me back to thinking about, well, why am I on this planet? And that I never thought I'd really kind of have with the crystal at all, ever. So it really made me rethink about, what am I actually doing here? And am I actually really going for things in life? And honestly, I wasn't at all. So one of the things, for example, is I was working a part-time job as well as trying to get my business off the ground in a sunbed shop, which I just did like 3 or 4 days a week sometimes. Last year I was doing start of this year I was doing 5 days a week, and then I dropped down. I am going to Japan in November, and I booked the flights in January, which also was like a crazy thing as well. Never thought I'd really have the money to be able to do that, but ended up being able to do that, which was also another thing that's like kind of happened with the growth mindset of using moldavite. And I thought when I go to Japan I'd be at the sunbed shop, and I was just kind of like planning my holiday around the sunbed shop, blah blah blah. Anyway, 3 weeks ago I decided it was time for me to leave the sunbed shop because I was ready to go full hog in my business. And I honestly have never had that sort of thought, or never even thought that that was a option, or that I would be ballsy enough to do it. So since using the moldavite, I have found that I am taking more risks, but like calculated risks. Like, okay, what is the contingency plan? But I never would have thought that through before. I kind of was just like, okay, that's safe, let's do that. That's safe, let's do that. So I really have kind of put myself forward to be like, I'm gonna go full hog. And I've never ever really kind of done that as such. I've never gone beyond my comfort zone. Not where it's really uncomfortable and I'm panicking all the time and worrying, but just beyond it, where I'm like, okay, this is scary, but this is a stretch goal, for example. So I found that that's been a big change this year. So that I learned that through the loss that I've had this year, the other things that have gone on this year, and then as well as having the moldavite. Now, I mentioned earlier as well, hang on, I'm actually going to take a break for a minute because I have just like non-stop talking, so I'll just let you catch up with all of that. I mentioned earlier that I don't actually wear it every day. So I was wearing it every day when I got it, because I wanted to be like, okay, let's see how this goes. Like, let's just see what happens. Like, let's see if it is, not that if it's real, because I knew it was, but let's just see like what transformations come up. So over the last 3 months, I've been wearing it every day. Generally around my neck is the most comfortable. I find it, like close to my heart, which is insane because a lot of people say that they don't want it that close to their heart or their head. I do, I just feel like I need to. So I started wearing it every day, and then these things just started happening, new opportunities, new people I was meeting, things like that. And it was going so fast. I was like, wow, all business related, to be fair, all my business related. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. Anyway, it then got so much that I was like, I need to take a break and actually not wear my moldavite. So I actually stopped wearing. I would take it off exactly as I have now, which is why I've kind of got it off for the video, because I'll talk about the energy it makes me feel as well when I wear it, which is insane, absolutely insane. So I stopped wearing it every now and again. If I was going out to like a business meeting, I don't actually really do those. If I was going out to meet a client, or if I was going out to network, for example, don't know why I said business meeting, I don't actually do that, then I would wear it. If I was going somewhere and I felt intuitively I needed to wear it because there's an opportunity coming, I would wear it. And an opportunity would always come up no matter where I went, wearing it. Even in the oddest of places, like I was actually working I do dance teaching as well, and I was like going to my dance teaching job, and then you just end up meeting someone, or you speak to someone and something happens that you just never expected. Insane. These opportunities just kept happening like this. So then when I find I'm at home, I actually take it off. Unless I'm doing like client work, or if I'm doing a one-to-one client video, I will wear it because I feel like it's guiding me and it's completely allowing me to just immerse myself in the session and support that client. I really, really believe that moldavite is one of the most powerful crystals I've ever worked with. Generally with crystals, I've never really kind of like worked with them. I just like either have them out, or I meditate with them, or I carry them around with me. But I've never really worn one for so long. And moldavite, I'm really, really noticing the power of and the difference with. So as well as all the bad things that kind of happened this year, it's really like fast tracked a lot of like feelings, a lot of perspectives, different mindsets, things like that. There has also been amazing things. So obviously I have taken that leap of faith in my business, which I probably wouldn't have done if I, one, didn't have it, and two, just kind of, well, I don't really think of anything else really. I just, the fact that I didn't have it, because it's allowed me to change my mindset, and it's also allowed me to kind of put a contingency plan in place that I wouldn't have thought of before. And now that I've thought of it, I'm like, why didn't I think of this earlier? But I would never have thought of it because, I don't know, just don't feel like I had that growth yet. So it's also given me a lot of growth this year as well. I actually have put a lot of personal development aside because I'm an absolute queen at doing personal development. I usually do loads of courses, attend seminars, things like that. This year I decided to not do any personal development and just solely focus on essentially marketing myself in the business. And that's why I wanted to use the moldavite, because I thought maybe it would help me just like be confident, get out there, things like that. And I've lost my train of thought, which I do all the time, and I never edit these out because that's just me, and I would rather you guys see me be so like natural anyway. And actually, fun fact, I actually recorded this video about 10 minutes ago or 20 minutes ago, however long it's been, and it was absolute chaos. I was all over the place. I had a great time. I was all over the place, and my stand has broken, so it just kept falling down. So I was like, let's just start again. But now I've forgotten what I was actually going to say, so that's okay. I'm just going to move on. So a lot of people have mixed opinions of moldavite. I want to get another piece so bad, but I also feel like intuitively to just work with my ring at the minute. I'm also considering taking it out of the ring and putting it in a necklace myself. So I'm really pleased that I have it, and I have it in the ring. And I highly recommend where I bought it from. They aren't sponsoring or anything like that. I just want to recommend them. Kenny's Crystals, UK based. They are amazing. I get all my crystals from there, and I wear all my crystals from there. I've got tiger's eye bracelet. I've got loads of crystals from there, and that's where I got it because I knew it was legit. And that was another thing as well that I wanted from using moldavite. So I know this is real. And yes, obviously I've been working with it for 7 months now. So if you're thinking about getting moldavite, my advice would be, it must feel like a hell yes, I want this. If you're kind of like teetering on the edge where you're like, oh, I'm not sure, I don't know if I'm ready, I would hold off, because it really has, what's the word, like rocketed a lot of things for me, which I never expected. But I'm also so excited at where to go. And I know, because a lot of it is focused around obviously me running my own business, I'm really excited to see where it takes me. So let's just see where it goes. But that's a bit of an update on where I've been for the, like, how I've been using it for the last 7 months. It's been insane. That's all I can say. Finishing up, before I finish up, that was the other thing I wanted to say, is how it makes me feel when I wear it. So I've actually put it on now because I just felt like it was right to put it on. It honestly actually feels like I've just plugged in a supercharged battery, and I feel like energized. I feel like magnetic. I also feel like I get amazing ideas and amazing focus when I have it on as well. So that's also why I kind of need to, like, well, I take it on and take it off, put it on, take it off, because there was just a lot of energy with it. It's insane. It's really bizarre. I've never had that with a crystal. I don't know if I've said this already. I've actually filmed this twice, so I might have said it already. Anyway, So I am gonna continue wearing it and using it, and as I said, I would love to get another piece. Obviously it is pricey, but it's 100% worth it. I think the investment is absolutely incredible, because it's not only an investment in it, it's an investment in like yourself as well. So I'm so glad that I invested. Well, I got asked for it as a gift, which was even better. And that's how you could potentially do it as well. I'm so glad that I got it as a gift, and I love working with it. I will be honest, I haven't actually worn it for a few weeks because I've gone on 2 holidays and I didn't want to take it on holiday. I was not gonna risk losing it, because people also have stories where they've bought moldavite and then it's gone missing and hasn't come back, which I kind of heard the message that you're not ready for it when you get that. There could be so many other things, but that's what I kind of heard, which is insane as well. So I'm also really pleased that it hasn't gone walkies, which is great. But then that makes me think every day I see it, I'm like, oh my goodness, there's a new opportunity, there's new growth today. So, and that is my experience with moldavite. It's been nothing but positive, other than the awful things that have happened this year. It has been nothing but positive. I have really enjoyed working with it, and yeah, I love it. So thank you so much for watching this video today. I hope you enjoyed me talking about moldavite and my experience with it. If you want to see more videos, or if you want to see anything in particular that you want me to talk about or share my experience on, then please comment below. But I would absolutely love if you could like this video, give me a comment, because I reply to them all, and also subscribe, because I have so many more videos coming out. But thank you again so much for joining me in my video about moldavite today, and I hope you have a really good day, evening, week, and I'll speak to you soon. Namaste.